ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावदीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति। The very name of the Vedas, the very popular name of the Vedas is Sanatana Dharma. It doesn't say Sanatana Veda, it says Sanatana Dharma. We keep saying Veda, Veda, Veda in these classes. But you go to a layperson, what is the popular layperson's terminology for this? It is Sanatana. It is called Sanatana Dharma. It means the accent is on Dharma. That very Dharma means two things. One is the achara, the conduct. The achara, the conduct. Second is the daily observance of the ordained karmas. One is achara. Second is the daily observance of the ordained karmas. Ordained karmas means nitya naimitika. Ordained means ordained by whom? Ordained by the scriptures. That combination is called Sanatana Dharma. And in the past, the entire society was following this. Because the entire society was following the achara and the observance of the karmas, nitya naimitika, etc. What happened? There were a few who are able to mature out of this and get to the next level of Veda Anta. So that is why the Purva Bhaga is Achara, Nitya Naimitika Karma, etc. A few who observed all this rightly, matured, came up to the level of Veda Anta. Therefore, the first priority, technically, it is called Karma Anushtanam. It is Karma Anushtanam. That is the first priority. They won't call it as first priority. They call it as your first ordained duty. Law, it is called the law. That's why Dharma means the law. So, the first law is Karma Anushtanam is the first law. Nowadays, Vedanta, in the name of Vedanta, the entire Karma Anushtanam and the rules of Achara is ridiculed. He said all this is superstitious, not needed. Straight away you can come to Advaita. Yesterday, you remember we spoke about Advaita little bit yesterday. So the fallacy in thinking is you can avoid all this and straight away come to the Jiva Brahma, that the Jiva Brahma Aikyam, and these 15-20 terminologies, I don't know, any Tom, Dick and Harry hears 2 lectures, 3 lectures, they start talking about Jiva, Brahma, Aikyam, and look at the terminologies they use. Shankaracharya will feel like not talking. Ramana Maharshi will feel like not talking. Why? Because the observance of the Achara, Anushtana and all look so superstitious, backward. Here we are all modern people. So what do? We completely overruled it. We completely we completely ridiculed it, overruled it, and started following what is known as the highest straightaway. Oh, what is there in all this ritual and conduct? What is there in all these rituals and conduct? There is nothing. There is nothing in these rituals. There is nothing in this conduct. All that is needed is go to Jiva Brahma Aikyam. To talk about it is very good. To hear about this is also very good. This is what Yama wants. Some talks about it as wonderment. Some hear about it as wonderment. Both the speaker and the listener don't know what is happening. Ascharyavat pashyati kaschidenam, ascharyavat vadati tadaiva chanyah, ascharyavat chainam anya shrunoti, shrutvaapyenam veda nachaiva kaschit. Veda nachaiva kaschit means nobody knows what is. Everybody talks about it, but nobody knows what it is. Why? Because the achara, the anushtana, and the nitya naimitika karmas are all given a inferior status, ridiculed, and said superstitious illiterates will do all that. Superstitious people will do all that. Illiterate people will do all that. Here we are scientific and literate. We'll straight away come to Advaita. In the traditional teaching, the karmas are as a command, you are supposed to take up the karmas first, do that, mature, and then come to the Advaita sadhana. If you directly come to the Advaita sadhana, Vedanta, the Advaita Vedanta, in the hands of raw, ungenerate people, is very dangerous. Raw, meaning they lack purity and devotion. Because they lack purity and devotion, what happens is the Soham Bhava. The Soham Bhava is something that can be practiced by the one who has gotten rid of hatred and etc. through tireless karma and bhakti. Through tireless karma and bhakti, a person who has burnt themselves up by this karma and bhakti tirelessly can aspire to do this nididhyasana practice of Soham Bhava. Soham Bhava means Saha Aham. I am the Tattva. Saha Aham. Teacher tells you Tattvamasi, you practice Soham Asmi. Or I am Atma Brahma. All are similar ideas. All are similar ideas. Therefore, what happens? A person who has not removed the impurity of the hearts. That is why if you read all the Vedantic literature, starts with purity as the primary qualification. We think by studying this, we will attain purity. Putting the cart before the horse. Are you able to follow? By studying Vedanta, you will not attain purity. By studying Vedanta, if you don't have purity and if you take up to this Advaita Vedanta sadhana directly, bypassing Dharma, what will happen? The ego gets thicker. That's all. Fat ego. As it is, the person will come with the fat ego. After the study, the ego becomes more fatter. Correct. Obese. Obese ego, they go back. At least previously only little bit of ego. Now they go back with obesity. Correct. They fall into the deep pits of ignorance. Why? Because a false Vedantic pride and a false self-superiority and a false tushti. Tushti means satisfaction. A false tushti, a false sense of self-superiority, a false sense of pride, all resulting in pramada, the tamasic guna getting stronger and stronger. Therefore, the Vedas have given the sequences very clearly. What is it? First to do dharma, karma, anushtana. Dharma means karma, anushtana, bhakti, all that is dharma. You practice all that. There is the purity. With that purity, that soham bhava, that Advaita Vedanta is practical. It means lot of study, lot of discussion, lot of command has to be given on the karma anushtana and the bhakti, because purity is the primary requirement. You don't study Mahavakyas to attain purity. Please understand that. You don't study Mahavakyas, Upanishads to attain purity. Those who have attained purity by that is qualified to study this. Or without attaining purity, you can still study. Who can stop you? Nobody can stop anybody from studying. Nobody can stop anybody from accessing. And nowadays, the access to the knowledge is the most dangerous thing. Everybody has access to everything, isn't it? I have taste for Brahma Vidya only, sir. People tell me, I have taste only for Brahma. I have taste only for Brahma Vidya. That bhakti, that karma, that dharma, achara, anushtana and all, which is far inferior. All that belongs to the lower class of people. Only Vedanta inspires me, and only Vedanta raises me up, and only Vedanta elevates me up. And I have decided to pursue. It is like giving a, a sharp knife to the child. It's giving a sharp knife to the child. If you give a sharp knife to the child, what the child will do? Hurt. It will end up hurting itself. Or another example, it is like saying, I will take the medicine that I like. I like the taste of this medicine, therefore I will take only this medicine. Now what will happen? Imagine a patient telling the doctor, you follow what I'm saying? Imagine a patient telling the doctor, these are the medicines that I like. These are the medicines that taste good. These are the medicines that like. Therefore, I will take that which I like. What will happen? What will happen to that patient? Either they may end up taking the wrong dosage, the wrong medication, the wrong dosage. Finally, what will happen to the patient? The medicine that is supposed to save the life is the medicine that sends the patient to the graveyard. Vedas are very careful about it from the beginning. The Vedas are very careful about it from the beginning. Not only it tells the students, it puts a tremendous responsibility on the Vedanta teachers. The responsibility that it puts on the teachers is much more stringent, much more hard. Dharma Shastra, therefore, formula wise is achara and anushtana. It is achara plus anushtana equals Dharma Shastra. Achara means character and conduct. That's called achara. Anushtana means the ordained duties. This is called anushtana. When this combination is done, a person matures. As you do this combination, carefully follow now. As you do this combination, there is a lot of possibility where a student can get involved fully in this achara and anushtana. There is a possibility. And it's a very high possibility. Why it is a very high possibility that you'll get involved in that? People say they are addicted to rituals. No, they are not addicted to the rituals. They are addicted to the benefits of the rituals. Will anybody be addicted to brushing the teeth? You are addicted to brushing the teeth because of what? You are addicted to brushing the teeth because of what? Because of the benefits that it is getting. So people, some of these people who has this Shraddha and do it so fully, start reaping the benefits. And when they start reaping the benefits, they get addicted to that. And those benefits are temporary by nature. Therefore, at this point of time, the Upanishads comes and says, having attained purity, rise above. Having attained purity, rise above. So, nobody gets addicted to rituals. They get addicted to the result of the result that they start experiencing. What is the result they start experiencing that they are addicted to? Frequency of the six, intensity of the six, recovery of the six. What a freedom it is. What a freedom they experience. So they will tend to be addicted. Are you able to follow? The freedom of the six. Freedom of the six means what? Krodha, Lobha, Mada, Matsarya, Bhaya, Dvesha. All these which affects everybody stops affecting these people. Therefore, because because they have started experiencing the benefits, they start holding on to it. They get addicted to the rituals because more you do, more you get the benefit. Are you able to follow? Now what happens is, after a period of time, Kshine Punye. Kshine Punye. What happens after a period of time? The benefit starts. You hit a plateau. What they call as you hit a plateau. At that point of time, the Upanishad comes and lifts the person up. This is how the sequence is. At this point of time, for the person who has hit a plateau, the Upanishads lifts the person. What does the plateau means? So contented and satisfied with the relative satisfaction. So contented. What is the plateau of Dharma Shastra? Dukkha Nivritti Sukha Prapti. Dukkha will not come. Sukham will be there always. Aduve enna entertain. Aduve what a relief it is. Dukkha Nivritti and Sukha Prapti will happen. Are you okay till now? Upanishad comes and says, go beyond Sukha Dukkha now. First, you have to get rid of Dukkham and be established in Sukham. Only when you are established in the Sukham, there is a peace of mind, there is a purity, there is a calm mind. To that person, Upanishad comes and says, don't be contented relatively with all these things. Don't be relatively contented with that Sukha Prapti itself. For there is a much superior state. What is that much superior state? The state of transcending Sukham and Dukkham. Theoretically, all this will look good, but it will not help anybody unless they have gone through the karma anushtana properly. Dukkha nivritti, sukha prapti and all has happened. And what is the indication of dukkha nivritti and sukha prapti? All that we discussed yesterday, isn't it? Do you remember that? Mind obeys to you. What is obedience of your mind? That's called purity. Purity means the mind obeys to you. That's called purity. What is obedience of the mind? All that we have defined already yesterday. Tiger comes and growls in front of you. You tell the mind, don't fear, mind will not fear. That is purity. That is purity. There is a huge loss. There is a tiger means a loss, not the actual tiger coming in front of you. Not that. A huge loss staring at you, telling you that you are a huge loss that is staring at you, telling you that you are finished. That's it. You are finished. You are collapsed. You are finished. At that point of time, what will you do? You tell the mind, don't fear. There will not be a fear. This is the purity of the mind that is required for Soham Bhavana, etc. So, what we are trying is what? The goal of repeating and reiterating that I want to moksha, that I want to moksha, that I want to moksha will not get you moksha. Again and just repeating I want it, I want it, I want it will not get you that. Follow. I want vada, I want vada, I want vada. Will vada appear in front of you? Instead of saying I want vada, I want vada, I want vada, start. Yeah. Soak the dal and start working on it. Very soon you will have a vada. Isn't it? 30 years you keep saying I want it, I want it, I want it. It will not come. That is dharma. Are you able to follow? Therefore, the entire focus on Dharma Shastra is the preparation for Jnana Yogyata. In that Jnana Yogyata, there is always, a student always asks this question. If a person says, Dharma and all is no more important, I have to go beyond Punyam and Papam straight away. How can I go beyond Punyam and Papam straight away? That's what nowadays the modern day people are trying to tell, which is wrongly educating the people, which is wrongly guiding the people. All that you have to do is meditate. You can go beyond Papam and Punyam attained and attain Jivan Mukti. What a easy method, where you don't have to worry about dharma, you don't have to worry about karma anushtana, you don't have to worry about this chitta shuddhi purification process, and straight away attain to this Jiva Brahma Aikyam. I need not bother about ethical and moral life, because I have understood that my goal is beyond punyam and papam. Vedanta, the Vedas come and say, never take this stance. Is it Vedanta or Dharma? Both are not mutually exclusive. Both are one and the same. They are not mutually exclusive. Vedanta and Dharma, both are one and the same. There is no question of choosing one over the other. No, sir, I want to, of the two, which one? The answer from the Veda, the answer from the Upanishad comes. If at all you have to choose between the two, choose Dharma. Forget moksha and choose Dharma. Should I choose moksha or should I choose Dharma? The Vedas, Upanishad says choose Dharma, because through Dharma, very soon you can attain moksha. By ignoring Dharma, you can never ever attain moksha. This is a very important distinguishing factor that we have to understand. Why it has to be reiterated and spoken? Because we find the discussion on dharma and the discussion on this has become a pure individual choice. Everybody thinks that they can decide, they can choose the morals, they can choose the dharma. They will follow. Everybody believes that they can choose what is right and what is wrong and follow. You cannot choose. You have to obey you have to choose the dharma from the law. But sir, in the modern days, it won't work, no? At any point of time, if you say dharma doesn't work, okay, then moksha will not happen. That's all, as simple as that. You cannot say dharma will not work, but moksha can happen. How does it happen? How is it possible? You follow? Therefore, it is very, very important to understand the discussion on what is this dharma. Is it okay till now? Yes.
I have two questions. First one is, you are calling the fruit of dharmic action, which is chitta shuddhi, as addiction. And that's why people get addicted to chitta shuddhi aspect and continue to be in that. My question is, why would you call chitta shuddhi as something as addiction? Because we want to get rid of addiction. That's why we are doing it. And chitta shuddhi itself becomes an addiction. I don't know how it works.
Yeah.
And second question is, then you are saying Shrine Punya with reference to chitta shuddhi. And chitta shuddhi is not meant for Shrine Punya, right? It is only for Punya action, not for chitta shuddhi. So how it related to Shrine Punya?
The first clarification is asked one. First clarification is
addiction to chitta.
Addiction to purity. Addiction to purity. Chitta shuddhi means pure mind. When if you have experienced the purity of mind, you will be addicted to that purity. It happens. If you have purity, there will be addiction to purity. Just as if you are clean, you will develop an addiction to cleanliness. Are you able to follow? A person who has practiced cleanliness over a period of time will develop a kind of addiction to cleanliness. Now, that addiction to cleanliness, you want to be clean, but the same cleanliness, if it becomes an OCD, it becomes a disease. Again, I repeat, from a dirty type of living, you want to live a clean life. You want to keep things, okay, I'm just, take an example of physical cleanliness itself. How liberating and how free it is to be clean. How liberating and how free it is to be clean. Just keep things in the same place, organized. How easy it is to be organized. How wonderful it is to be clean. You leave it, take it back. You leave it, take it. What a freedom it is. You follow? Immediately, the mind will get addicted to that freedom. The mind will start enjoying that freedom first. And anything that gives enjoyment, the mind will have a tendency to get addicted. If this can happen to physical cleanliness, how intense it will be if you have mental cleanliness. Oh my God. The Shastras know it. That's why they are not ridiculing the rituals. They never ridicule the rituals. They always ridicule the doer of the ritual who has gotten addicted to it. Are you able to follow now?
Now, what is the OCD aspect of the chitta shuddhi?
You cannot, you get so agitated about it. That which has given you some freedom has become a disease. You understand OCD? Cleanliness is okay. Is OCD super cleanliness or is OCD a disease? Is OCD maturity in cleanliness or is OCD a disease of cleanliness? Are you able to follow the question? Is it maturity or disease? It is disease. Why do we call it as a disease? Because you become excessively attached to that. So anything you get attached to becomes the disease. Are you able to follow? You will get attached to the purity. You will get attached to the benefits of the dharmic life. The benefit of the dharmic life is the pure mind, and you will get addicted to it.
So it's not good to get attached to pure mind.
It is not. Now the clarification. Is it not good to get attached to pure mind? No, you should not get attached to the pure mind, because the pure mind is a stepping stone for moksha, because you have to transcend the mind. Pure mind is still mind only. Pure mind is not no mind. Pure mind is still mind. The idea is to transcend the mind. If you have to transcend the mind, purity is required first.
So purity is not no mind.
Purity is not no mind. Purity is mind refined. The ultimate is you have to transcend it. The difficulty is when it is full of mala, dirt. Without chitta shuddhi, you can never get to the point of no mind. From dirt, mala to shuddhi, and then transcend. That's the sequence. You follow? Second, I spoke about Kshine Punye. The rituals and Nitya Naimitika karma and all gives you so much of good merits. Good merits. Punya karma it gives you. Because when you do Nitya Naimitika karma, Loka Sangraha, and you are trying to drop your unselfishness and you are trying to become, drop your selfishness and try to become unselfish, you are doing actions. You are doing actions. Those actions will have a consequence. Dharma is an action. And what is the consequence of dharmic actions? Punya. For the one who has punya, Vedanta says transcend that also. Are you able to follow? Dharmic life is a way of action. And action will have a consequence. What is the consequence? Punya. What happens is, once you get addicted to this punya, once you start enjoying the punya, you start moving away from dharma. Because you start relaxing to enjoy the benefits now. You relax to enjoy the benefits. When you relax to enjoy the benefits, you become, the very relaxation itself means punya start, kshine punye. Vedanta starts with the discussion of kshine punye. Dharma says attain punya first, then we will talk about kshine punye. The starting point of Vedanta is ridiculing the punya. Dharma says, let us worry about ridiculing it later. First have it. Are you able to follow?
No, my understanding is Chitta Shuddhi means you have to say na mama and do. So where there is na mama, there is no question of
Chitta Shuddhi, na mama is not Chitta Shuddhi. What is Chitta Shuddhi?
the getting rid of the six.
Six. That's all.
So part na mama is not part of the six.
No. It's very clear. Chitta Shuddhi means freedom from the six. That's all. There is no na mama and all here. Don't get. That is why the difficulty of Vedanta. The ultimate which can be practiced has become so ingrained in the mind that anything that will take you to na mama looks very difficult to accept. You follow? So Chitta Shuddhi is freedom from the six. That's all. Na mama and all comes to whom? Na mama comes to whom? Na mama comes to the seeker of moksha. In Dharma, you have to say what? In Dharma, you have to say, you don't say Namama. You say it is Prasada. If you remember, we keep talking about two things. One is Prasada and another is Namama. Who says Namama? The one who wants to transcend both says Namama. In the initial stages, you cannot say Namama. It will be very mechanical. That which you say Namama, you feel later, I have given more. Isn't it? You say wealth is not mine, and then after half an hour later, you feel maybe I gave more. I should not have given that much. It means what? That Namama is still his mama. Are you able to follow? So Dharma Shastra comes and says, wait. This Namama is that you saying Namama, half an hour later you feel, maybe I should have given, maybe I should not have given that much. It means what? The mama is still strong. Therefore, once the mamakara is strong, I cannot go back to saying Namama again. It will not help. Therefore, what do I have to do? I need to come back to the karma anushtana. Are you able to follow? I have to come back to the karma anushtana. Karma anushtana means what? Nitya Naimitika. Karma, all that we are going to discuss. I'm only introducing the word karma anushtana. We are going to discuss all that. You follow? Therefore, I said in the beginning that it does, you will develop an addiction. You will develop an addiction. Because it is so elevating. In the initial stages, it is very elevating. After a few months, the ego picks it up. You start feeling egoistic. When the ego picks it up, the guru knows when the ego has picked it up. They come and give one knock on the head and say, drop it. You will not know by yourself. That's why the guru is the most irritating person in your life. Is if at all you meet, if at all you come across a guru in your life, the most hated person in your life will be the guru always. Because the way he keeps poking, nobody pokes. At least others will pamper a little bit. Some poking and some pampering. Here, this guy knows only to keep poking all the time. You follow what I'm saying? The possibility of addiction should not prevent you from not doing it. You can get addicted to exercising. You can get addicted to anything. You get addicted to what I was trying to explain is you don't get addicted to the ritual, you get addicted to the result of it. Do it. You do it first. You will know the benefit of the result. And then you will know how difficult it is to drop it. Like we give the example of Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. No, everybody thinks Ramakrishna Paramahamsa is a fool. No, at least in this classroom, everybody will think he's a fool. We know that we should not get addicted. Sir, Ramakrishna got addicted to the Kali. No, remember that parable? We feel what? In this classroom, we feel we are much superior to Ramakrishna Paramahamsa because he didn't know that he should not get addicted. He got addicted. We know how not to get addicted, no? Totapuri came. He said, you don't know. He told Totapuri, brick by brick, I built this devotion. You don't know what it is. Totapuri said, I know it because I have also done it once in the past. What you did, Ramakrishna, I also did it once. And then I did the next thing also. Are you able to understand the difference? Then not only I know it. Not that I do not know, I know it because I also did the same thing. Brick by brick, I built it up. And somebody came and demolished it. Even before building the devotion, you want to be objective. Are you able to follow? You want to be objectively devoted. I don't know what is that objective devotion. I'm trying to figure out what it is. Still now, I'm not able to figure out. You will do it. See, objectivity means sannyasa. See, for a person whose mind is agitated, function like a sannyasi is the most difficult, is the most impractical advice given. Are you able to follow? Therefore, what is the method? Dharma. You follow? Now, Dharma is the bridge. What is the subject matter of Dharma and what is the limitations of Dharma we will study now. The limitations as it is, we are not so much interested in Dharma, and you talk about the limitations, even the little bit of interest also will. Technically, Purusharthas are called as four: Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. The four Chaturvida Purushartha: Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. Sadosha Purushartha is the first three. Nirdosha Purushartha is the fourth one. Again, I repeat. Venkatachalam, carefully follow. That's why you don't practice dharma, sir, because dosham, you yourself is saying it as dosha, no? That's why we are not following it. You follow? Sadosha Purushartha and Nirdosha Purushartha. Sadosha Purushartha is Dharma, Artha, Kama. Nirdosha Purushartha is Moksha. Gita, chapter 5. So beautifully he says, no? Nirdosham hi samam Brahma. This Brahman alone is without dosha. Rest and all has a dosha. So so Dharma is bold enough to say there is dosha. We don't have a problem in accepting that there is dosha in it. Because there is a defect in it, you cannot let go of it. Just as because the eye has blind spots, no? Because the eye has blind spots, will you stop using the eye? Will you discard the eye? You can discard it, but who's the loser? In spite of the limitations of the eye, you have to use the eye only. That is Dharma. It's a very bold study. With the Sadosha, we study that. So, the Purushartham itself is divided into Sadosha Purushartha and Nirdosha Purushartha. That Sadosha Purushartha is Veda Purva and Nirdosha Purushartha is Veda Anta. So, the Sadosha Purushartha is Dharma, Artha, Kama. There only it says wealth and prosperity, peace and prosperity, all that is Sadosha Purushartha. All that comes under the Sadosha Purushartha. Nirdosha Purushartha is only one. What? Moksha. So, Sadosha Purushartha, you do the Sadosha Purushartha, get fully established in it, and then comes Pariksha Lokan, Karmachidan, Brahmano, etc. Are you able to understand now? First, you have to do the Sadosha full, have it, and then do this Pariksha Lokan, Karmachidan, Brahmano, Mundakopanishad. Beautiful mantra. Remember that. Part 1, Section 2, Mantra 12. Mundaka. It's a law. Because in the same mantra, he talks about the Parikshalokan Karmachitan Brahmano, the seeker, and also he talks about the Guru also. To that Guru who is Shrotriyam Brahmanishtam. Therefore, where does dharma comes in? Dharma comes under sadosha purushartha. Sadosha purushartha, dosha means a defect. Are we saying dharma has a defect? It does have a defect. It does have a defect. What is the defect? The defect as in the karma pala. It gives limited, dosham is, it gives limited result. That limited itself is unlimited. Huh? Please understand that. The limited itself is so unlimited. Why will anybody wants to get out of it? That limited itself is so unlimited. Which is the tridosha, it is called. Sadosha is also called as tridosha. Tridosha means three types of defects. All that we have studied already. In Atma Bodha, we have covered all that. Atrupti karatvam, atrupti, dukkham, bandham. These are the three defects. The three defects is atrupti, dukkham, bandham. What is the solution for it? Because it has these three defects, you don't stop doing it first. Because it has these three defects, you don't stop doing it. Number two, you also don't say, I will objectively do it. Then what do you do? In the deepest to core, you have Shraddha. It is Shraddha that will save you here. What is Shraddha? You do what is said in the Vedas with dedication. Wherever you are bound, wherever you are stuck, it will lift you up to the next level. It will come and lift you up. You don't have to bother about that. You don't have to worry about what will happen if I get stuck. I want to be objective in the beginning itself. Yeah. How to do Guru Seva objectively, sir? Pseudo Guru will take you. The real Guru will say, I have no time for you. Yeah, so pseudo Guru will say, be with me. The real Guru will say, I have no time for this objective seva and all. Either you do seva or you don't do seva. What is objective seva? There is no such. You follow what I am saying? Because there is this dosha in it, the mind, the greed of the mind makes it cunning. The greed of the mind makes it cunning what? Somehow if I can avoid the dosha and get it straight away, Dharma comes and says, don't try that. You do it, understand that there is the dosha, with the understanding that there is dosha in it, you do it. That is called Shraddha. In Bhagavad Gita, Shraddhavan labate jnanam. Shraddha vardilla. The Shraddha doesn't come at all. So the Dharma, the Veda Purva talks about the three dosha. Sadosha Purushartha, Nirdosha Purushartha. These are all technical terms. You must by heart these few words and show off, Narayana. Just by heart these few words, that's all. Sadosha and Nirdosha. What is this? Atrupti karatvam, dukkha mishratvam, and bandhakatvam. These are the three things. If all these three is going to be there, then why practice dharma at all? Therefore, get rid of dharma is the logical fallacy. Are you able to follow? If all these three are there, then why do it at all in the any way? It is like saying every medicine will have some side effect. Because there is side effect, I throw the medicine away. What a weird logic people have. You have a disease. Hmm? Medicine is going to, is the intensity of the disease more or the side effect of the medicine more? Huh? Intensity of the disease is more. Side effect of the medicine is very less. Because it is going to give us, because it is going to, it has some side effects, medicine will be thrown out. That's why I go to Ayurveda, sir. No side effects. It has, God only knows what is going inside, isn't it? I only know. Yeah. மாலா இங்க இருக்காளா? அப்படின்னா இந்த லாஸ்ட் 2 minutes of discourse erase பண்ணிடுங்க. Yeah, she will start another direction now. No, no, sir. But in Ayurveda, she will become an Ayurvedic lawyer. She is. Yeah. See, I have nothing against Ayurveda, Mala. Ketunrungo. I have nothing against Ayurveda and all. You discard the medicine because it is going to give some side effects. It cannot be a medicine if the side effect is going to be stronger than the disease. How can it be a medicine then? Are you able to follow? That is dosha. That is dharma. Dharma is the medicine that comes with some side effects. Ignore that side effect. Because of the side effects, don't drop it. In Vedanta, they talk about the side effects so much that people have stopped taking the medication itself. See what boldness the system must have to talk about the side effects and give it to you in print form. And the boldness, you should trust them, no? Yeah. இது எடுத்துக்கோங்க. Nothing will happen to you. Not disease will appear, isn't it? Disease will be exactly like that. Isn't it? Disease will be exactly what will happen. What a fool. The greed of the mind. Are able to understand how the greed has taken over so much the humanity. What Jiva Brahma, Ikyam, you can talk to that humanity. What Maya you can talk about humanity. The first in spite of the little bit of side effects it has, you necessarily have to take the medication. But sir, if the side effect itself becomes a disease, first to get rid of this disease. We will talk about the future disease that you are going to develop. We will talk about it when you come there. First to get rid of what you have. Now, what is more logical? What is more logical? Getting rid of the existing disease or intensifying the current disease because of some unknown future disease that is going to come? Same weird logic, people discard Dharma Shastra. We are saying that the Veda says, no doubt we know that it has a dosha. No doubt we know that it has the dosha. Because it has dosha, you cannot drop it. I am distinguishing continuously between Dharma, Vedanta. When I'm using the word Vedanta in the context of Dharma versus Vedanta, Vedanta purely means the concept of Vedanta purely means the concept of Maya, the concept of Maya, the dualistic God. That's what we are talking about. Vedanta means Maya, the dualistic idea of God. That is Vedanta. That is why even in the Vedic scriptures, if you see, there are so many systems, right from Charvakas to Advaita. Look at the Vedas. Vedas have the entire system, right from Charvakas to, Charvaka means materialistic philosopher. From materialistic philosopher to Advaita, Vedas have discussed. Only Advaita has the unique position in that. What is the unique position of Advaita? Which is called Vedanta. What is the unique position of Advaita, which is Vedanta? Mityavada and Jiva Brahma Aikyavada. That's the uniqueness of Advaita. And that portion is Vedanta. That's why it's called Veda Anta, the end portion. What is that end portion? Right from materialistic philosophy, you have to travel all these paths and then come here. From materialistic philosophy, you cannot jump straight away into the Advaita. What is Advaita? Advaita, Vedanta means Advaita. Because the very meaning itself is very clear, no? Veda Anta, the end portion. What is that end portion in the development of philosophy? Mityavada. Mithya means the creation is an appearance. Creation is an appearance. Visishta Advaita takes you right up to Vishwarupa. Visishta Advaita takes you right up to Vishwarupa. Avladhan. It stops there. It stops there. It doesn't take you any beyond. Advaita comes and takes you Arupa, and Advaita takes you from Vishwarupa to Arupa and beyond. It means what Visishta Advaita and rest of it says, the entire creation has God. This comes and says, no, it is beyond that. Are you able to follow? Now, intellectually, it is very entertaining to talk about. Advaita is very intellectually entertaining. But it will not bring about any transformation straight away. It will not bring, because still worry and anxiety is there, no. Still crying is there, no. Still moha is there, no. Still affectation is there, no. Still somebody making a remark is upsetting you so much, no. Enna maya vada. What mithya have you seen? What maya have you seen? Somebody makes a remark, somebody does something, is agitating you so much. Lot of corruption is happening, lot of bad people are there, this is there, that is there, and then you talk about the appearance, rope and snake. Does it make any sense? Therefore, Dharma says, go. Now, look at the entire body of the Vedic knowledge. It starts from Charvakas, and then it comes to Sankhya, Mimamsa, Mimamsa, Purva Mimamsa, Uttara Mimamsa. The Purva Mimamsa is Veda Purva, Uttara Mimamsa is Veda Anta, Nyaya, Vaiseshika. From Charvaka to Vaiseshika to Nyaya to Purva Mimamsa to Uttara, and then comes, how can I forget Patanjali? How can I forget Patanjali? What a beautiful system what a beautiful system of Patanjali. So look at the entire canvas of knowledge, right from Charvakas to Nyaya to Vaiseshika to Patanjali to Mimamsa, Purva Mimamsa, Uttara Mimamsa. The Uttara Mimamsa is the smallest portion, Veda Anta. Travel pannaka, you, by traveling all this, you get this inner maturity, purity, and then Parikshalokan Karmachitan Brahmano and Samitpani Shrotriyam Brahmanishtam happens. Are you able to follow? This is the entire. இதெல்லாம் ஒரு ஜென்மால எப்படி சார் முடியும்? Is this possible in one Janma? Bahunam Janmanam Ante Jnanavan Mam Prapadyate. Bahunam, it takes many Janmas. Many Janmas means literally many Janmas. Oh no, I don't want it, sir. I want it now only. That's greed. That's not mumukshatva. That is not mumukshatva. That is just greed. Why? Because the preliminary discipline I want to bypass. You follow? That preliminary discipline I want to bypass. which will never ever happen. Which will never ever happen. You follow? Therefore, the first important thing is what? Understand the sequence. Veda Anta will ridicule the entire back. Vedanta, because Vedanta has reached a peak. From that peak, it will laugh at everything. It will belittle everything. It will laugh at everything because it has reached that. It has reached a height where it can afford to do that. Please understand that it's a luxury. That person at that height can afford to do that. Looking at somebody who's in that height affording to do that, I cannot assume I can also do it. I cannot assume I can also do it. You follow? With all the limitations of Dharma, with all the side effects of Dharma, we have to put our heart and soul in pursuing Dharma. This is where Shraddha starts. This is where Shraddha starts. And if you look at it, it's very meaningful to understand this. Limitations, still you have to take it. It's exactly like the modern day medicine. You go and buy the medicine. In that medicine, there will be a leaflet that talks about there is the leaflet that talks about the side effect. Again, I'm repeating. The very fact that they can print and give you a side effect means what amount of conviction they should be having in that. Isn't it? Instead of saying, you take it, nothing will happen. If somebody comes and tells you, take it, nothing will happen. They are just feeding your greed. And Dharma doesn't do that. Why do we need Dharma now? Why do we need Dharma? In the initial stages of our journey of life, we seek two things. All human beings are seekers. What do we seek? Quality of happiness and longevity of happiness. The quality of happiness must be more. The longevity must be more. Similarly, pain and sorrow. The quality of pain must be good quality or bad quality or poorest quality. What should be the quality of pain that you seek? Poorest quality. Longevity. Abhi poinu, sir. Yeah. Before it comes, it should go, isn't it? So what is human being seeking? On one side, I seek quality and longevity in one direction. In another thing, I want to, in relation to Sukham, quality and longevity more. In relation to Dukkham, it should disappear. Every aspect of life brings about Dukkham, and we bring Sukham as a solution to Dukkham. Again, I repeat. Every stage in life brings about, every stage in life gives you Dukkham, isn't it? What is every stage in life that brings Dukkham? What an effort the child makes to turn. What an effort the child makes to sit. What an effort the child makes to stand, walk. Yeah, my God. கேட்டாலே tired ஆயிடுறது, isn't it? You hear that only you get, and what an effort it is. So every aspect of life is dukkam. So, and we have to bring in sukham as a solution to dukkam, isn't it? Hunger is dukkam. What is sukham? Hunger is dukkam. Yeah, ரொம்ப கஷ்டமா இருக்குது hunger, isn't it? That too, sir, you keep class at 8 o'clock. We don't know what time to eat and come. We have to finish the breakfast and come, or sit hungry in the class. Yeah. When you are hungry, there is dukkam. When you are thirsty, it's dukkam. Therefore, you bring something to give you sukham. Sukham is the goal that you seek. Sukham is the goal that you seek, not moksha. Carefully follow. Sukham is the goal that you seek, not moksha. There is the goal, and then there is the path to the goal. So what are we seeking? Quality and longevity is what we seek. Are you okay till now? This is where dharma comes in. Quality and longevity is what we seek, and where to get it is the seeking. இது எனக்கு வேணும், எங்க போனா இது கிடைக்கும். Are you able to follow? I want money. எது படிச்சா ஜாஸ்தி பணம் கிடைக்கும்? I want money. What if I do, I will get? So seeking, you know that you want money, and then you will think about where to get it is the seeking. What we seek is the goal. The method or the technique is the path to the goal. Are you okay till now? The path means the action, and action has its own consequences. Therefore, dharma is very important to guide the seeking. That is why we need dharma. Dharma is very important to guide the seeking. Otherwise, what will happen? The object you will get, but the sukham out of that object you will not get. Again, I repeat. Wealth you will get, but that wealth will not give you sukham, because what you are seeking is not wealth. Through wealth, you are seeking sukham. Wealth will be there, but you will be sitting in worry and anxiety and fear with the wealth. Or can't even enjoy that. Can't even enjoy that. Remember that example he gives, you accumulate, you accumulate. Son-in-law and Swamiji will take away. Wealth you get, but what you don't get? Wealth you get, but along with that wealth comes what? What you actually seek, you don't get. Sukham, you don't get. So dharma tells you what? It's not just acquiring wealth, it is actually acquiring sukham through wealth. In the world, the study of the worldly knowledge is to acquire wealth, because they believe that just the acquisition of wealth itself will give sukham. Dharma comes and says the acquisition of wealth alone will not give you sukham, because in order to acquire the wealth, you do a series of actions, and actions has its own consequence, and the consequence determines the sukham or dukkham. People believe, no, success erases all wrongdoings. There is this notion, first to become successful, hook or crook become successful, because that success is so glamorous, that success is so attractive. Everybody gets attracted to that. Everybody gets attracted to that glamour. Everybody gets attracted to that glamour of success. So they believe that you can do anything to achieve success first, because success erases all wrongdoings. Success don't erase all wrongdoings. Success don't erase. Why? There is the Dharma. And the Dharma is called Karma Siddhanta. Rana Siddhanta and Karma Siddhanta. These are all the cornerstones of Dharma. Rana Siddhanta and Karma Siddhanta. The Karma Siddhanta is what very loosely called as law of karma. The Karma Siddhanta is what very loosely it is known as the law of karma. You follow? The technical name is pleasure, pain. In English language, sukha and dukkha. The classic Dharma Shastra word is punyam and papam. They will not talk about sukham and dukkam. Dharma Shastra vocabulary is papa and punyam. Punyam means sukham, papam means dukkam. So the classic Dharma Shastra vocabulary is papam and punyam. Papam and punyam is nothing but the consequence. Papam and punyam is nothing but the punyam is the consequence of dharma. Papam is another consequence of dharma. Dharma ensures that you get punyam or papam. Are you okay till now? The material wealth, the sense contacts, attachments to objects and beings, all these above gives pleasure. But what are you seeking? What are you seeking? 15 minutes I said. What are you seeking? Quality and longevity. Again, I repeat, material wealth, sense contacts, attachment to objects and beings, all this gives you pleasure, no doubt. All this gives you pleasure, no doubt. But it will not give you what you are seeking. What are you seeking? You are seeking quality and longevity. They cannot give you quality and longevity. Why? Because by themselves, they are all temporary and changing. And all that is temporary and changing will give dukkham returns inevitably. Dukkham returns inevitably because all these are you are trying to squeeze what it isn't there. You are trying to squeeze what is not there. Trying to squeeze means what? Remember the example of sugarcane juice. First time the juice comes. Second time they put some juice comes. Third time it becomes paper. Fourth time, fifth time, sixth time, you keep putting inside. What will come out of it? Nothing will come. Dukkham தான் வரும். போட்டுனே இருக்கிறோம் பட் ஒன்றும் வரல சார். Dukkham alone, Dukkham alone. You follow? Material wealth, sense contacts, attachments, all the above gives pleasure, but doesn't satisfy your need of quality and longevity. Therefore, the question is, What to do for the quality and longevity? Dharma comes and says, keep me as the touchstone and pursue all this. Quality and longevity will be there. That's why Dharma is very important in the first stage. Having wealth and enjoying the wealth that you have are two different things. Having wealth is one, and enjoying the wealth that you have is another thing, isn't it? And very few knows actually how to enjoy what they have. Very few knows how to enjoy, because lot of dharma and punya is required to enjoy. Otherwise, you get so neutralized and you'll be craving more and more and more. Where is enjoyment? You will not enjoy. You cannot enjoy what you have. That's what the people in the world suffer from. You follow? Wealth fatigue syndrome. Remember that? Boredom it is. They get bored. Everything is there, sir, but something I feel it's missing. What is missing? One more digit is missing. Huh? From 7 digit, 8 digit is missing. Huh? From 8 digit, 9 digit is missing. Huh? What is missing? What is that one thing that is missing? Dharma is missing. Are you able to follow? That dharma is punyam, and punyam is known as swarga. That punyam is known as swarga. And when we talk about swarga, when we talk about swarga, it's a vocabulary, yeah? It's a technical vocabulary. Because when we study Dharma Shastra, I feel I have to use only the Dharma Shastra vocabulary, not the other vocabulary. Because they say Papa and Punya, Swarga and Naraka. Swargathanuடைய protectionல தான் you can do deeper inquiry. When you are in Naraka, your focus will be on not on moksha. Your focus will be on getting out of Naraka. Are you able to follow? That getting out of Naraka is not moksha. People think getting out of the mental agitation is moksha. That is just getting out of Naraka it is. That is not moksha. That is the misunderstanding again. You follow? When you are mentally agitated, you are in Naraka. I don't want mental agitations, and you just want to get out of Naraka. All that you need to get out of Naraka is what you need to get out of Naraka. Punyam, Swarga. Punyam and Swarga. And it is dharmic life takes you out of Naraka first. Shantanam Vidaragina. He is peaceful. He is calm. Where you will be peace, where you will be peaceful, where you will calm in Naraka. You can tell the person in Naraka, be objective and suffer here. To that person, it won't help. Are you able to follow? Therefore, the second important thing is the vocabulary of Dharma. What is the vocabulary of Dharma? Swarga, Naraka, Punya, and Papa. What is known as? Okay, Narakam is called mental agitations. Swarga is called relative peace of mind. That relative peace of mind is required first. In order to get to that relative peace of mind, Dharma alone becomes. Dharma is the only method to get the relative peace of mind. Therefore, we need Dharma so much. Last. Dharma is not a subject matter of understanding. Dharma is the subject matter of doing, living. You can't say, I have understood Panchamaha Yajnas. I have understood Nitya Naimittika Karma, sir. Dharma will laugh at you. What do you mean you have understood? Are you doing it? No. I have understood the importance of it. Doing, I will do what I feel like doing. It's like the patient saying, I don't like this medicine. I don't like it. So The last thing about dharma is not understanding. The last thing about dharma is doing. When you do, the mind will not cooperate. When you do, the mind will not cooperate. Mind will say no. How to seek the mind's cooperation? Angada punyam comes. When punyam comes, it gets that satisfaction and it cooperates. Are you able to follow? The mind has to cooperate. And how to make the mind cooperate? ஏதோ ஒரு புண்ணியம் இருக்கணும். அங்க புண்ணியம் இருந்தாதான் அதுக்கு ஒரு நிம்மதி இருக்கும். நிம்மதி இருந்தாதான் it will cooperate. Sequence புரியுதா? Therefore, it becomes very, very important. This is the need of dharma. The need of dharma. Yesterday, we called it as the pole that lifts you up. Yesterday, we said it as the pole that lifts you up. Today, we are saying how it actually lifts you up. Today, we are saying how it actually lifts you up. Therefore, why do we need dharma? We need dharma because we seek quality and longevity. We are all seekers seeking quality and longevity. This quality and longevity is what we call as experience. I want to have some good experience, sir. I had a very good experience. We are all experience hunters. All human beings are experience hunters. What type of experience? Quality and longevity of pleasure. Quality of pleasure should be very high. Longevity also should be very high. Similarly, the quality and longevity of dukkam. What should be the quality of dukkam?
Almost.
ரொம்ப புவரா இருக்கணும் சார். அப்படியே ஒரு ஊஸ், அப்படியே ஒரு ஃபெதர் டச் பண்ற மாதிரி டச் பண்ணிட்டு போயிடும் இல்லையா? துக்கம் should come like that இல்லையா? ஆணி அடிச்சா மாதிரி உட்காரக்கூடாது, isn't it? இல்லையா? I don't know how to say that in English now. Dukkam should come like the feather touch. Pleasure should be like nailed on the wall. Yeah. Today it's exactly the opposite. Dukkam is like nailed on the wall, and pleasure is just like liquid. Yeah. Quality and longevity. Quality and longevity of sukham and quality and longevity of dukkam. Therefore, dharma becomes very important. With this, we conclude for today and we'll continue tomorrow. சரியா?
Sir.
Yes.
One question.
Yeah. So I tell them that if they have any clarification, to put that symbol of hand. If I see the symbol of hand, I know that there is a clarification. Otherwise, yes, Narayana.
Sir, it's not related to today's class.
Okay.
Some questions, some kind of confusion or question.
Some kind of question.
And confusion.
Confusion. Okay. Right. I heard it as confession. I'm wondering what is this confession session now? Yes.
When we talk about Dharma, Lord Rama is treated as the absolute, like he is the supreme in Dharma.
Yes.
Assume I have some 100 steps of Dharma I have to do daily.
Yes.
And it's
Yes.
I did 19. One mistake I did.
Yes.
Is it elevated or is it like will it be taken as a serious issue, or it will be like a considered as a
okay issue, and you'll be forgiven?
Yeah.
Correct. No, that's what you are asking. No.
I did 99.
Yes.
But I'm trying to do the 100th one.
Yes.
My senses are dragging me back.
Yes.
So what is the consequence of like the 99 will help me or the one will kill me?
99 will say, 99 will say, temporarily we will withdraw for a period of time till you exhaust the karma of that. 99 will not come and neutralize that. Narayana, law of karma is very, very clear. The question that Narayana is asking is, I have done 99 perfectly. One small error I did. Will that 99 save me? The law of karma is very clear. What is that law of karma? It says, for that you will, that is the karma pala. You will have to necessarily go through the consequence of it. Meaning, to put it as an example, how that 99 will come and protect you? You will have a disease and you will also have enough resources to travel to any part of the world to get rid of the disease. That's how it works. Example Purida. You understand the example, Narayana? No. That one missing will give you a disease. That 99 will give you enough resources that you can go to any part of the world and cure it. So it is that 99 that is helping you to cure that which is incurable for the whole lot of the others. Are you able to follow how it works? This is how it works. This is how it works.
Follow your question, sir.
Yes.
In the one mistake,
yes.
Ravana was elevated as a kind of womanizer or whatever other mikanda.
Yes.
In the same Ramayana, Indra was not elevated like that.
Yes.
Why is that the difference between Indra and Ravana?
See, Indra didn't get killed by Rama. Ravana got killed by Rama, isn't it?
Both did.
Both have weakness.
Yeah.
That's your question, no? Indra also has weakness for women. Ravana also has weakness for women. And why Ravana got punished and Indra didn't get punished? Is that the question?
Yes, sir.
Did I understand your question rightly, Narayana?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. The fundamental difference between Ravana and Indra is Indra, with all the weaknesses, he takes guidance. Ravana refused guidance. Again, I repeat, Ravana refused guidance. See, right from Vibhishana to Indrajit, who all gave advice to Ravana. See, imagine son giving advice to Ravana. Imagine son telling the father, on my dead body, stop being lustful. He didn't listen to that, no? You follow? Weakness never gets punished like that, Narayana. Weakness never gets punished like that. Refusing to heed the advice is the punishment. Refuse to heed the advice is the punishment, not the weakness. People believe it is a weakness that is getting punished. No. Wherever there is weaknesses, there is divine help. Somebody will come and say, don't do it. Somebody will come and say, don't do it. Correct? See, it happens to every single human being on this planet. Huh? Remember this always. To every single human being on this planet, wherever they go by weakness, there will be a divine source that is coming and telling them, don't do it. We overlook that. So more we overlook, more the punishment is. Are you understanding the difference now? Very good comparison you brought. Indra and Ravana. Indra also has weaknesses. But Indra, because of that something he had in him to take guidance and manage it. Ravana said, Ravana, all of you here must support me. What is Ravana? What is Ravana? All of you here must support my indulgence. If anybody here is not supporting my indulgence, get out of my life. And you can see a lot of Ravanas walking around, no? Like this. There are a lot of Ravanas walking around like this, isn't it? Support my indulgence or get out of my life. Support my indulgence or get out of my life. This is Ravana. Indra says, I have a weakness. Sometimes I fall, but I don't want to fall also. Because of the guidance that is willing to take, he is protected. You understand the difference? Ravana
One more,
means this. Indra means this. Yes.
one more question. Now we saw Indra and Ravana has one weakness.
Yes.
Durvasa Maharshi also has a weakness of anger.
Yes.
But he was able to visit Vishnumurti whenever he wants to go and meet.
Yes.
When he is not getting rid of the freedom of the six, how did he got that stage to meet Mahavishnu?
Yes. Durvasa has a weakness for anger. It's wrong. It's wrong. If he had a weakness for anger, he won't be a Durvasa. He will be a pseudo rishi.
I mean,
He will be a Kapadatari. Durvasa is not a Kapadatari. Kapadatari, you understand? No. He puts up a Vesha. That's Kapataitis. No. Durvasa doesn't have a weakness for.
not weakness, short tempered.
And no, he doesn't have short temper. The story is not understood rightly. The story is not rightly understood. Durvasa, from the story, it looks like Durvasa is short-tempered. All rishis are short-tempered. It looks like that. What kind of a rishi who gets short-tempered? Anger pola ungalta innum. Where is freedom from the six and all that we are talking about? And still how they became rishis? They are not short-tempered. They boldly talk about what is the law that is going to function on you. It looks like a curse. Are you able to follow? Looks like the rishis are cursing, no? Out of anger. They don't curse. They say, this action of yours, you are going to reap this consequence. Looks like they are cursing. They don't curse. They don't. In one of the discussions on Dharma Shastra that I am going to have is how the language of the Puranas are so different that we have misunderstood it completely. I am going to talk about that also. One of the topics that I have that I'm going to talk, maybe in this part 2 session or part 3. Sai, part 3, part 4, part 5, clear. When it will end, I don't know. But one of the things that I'm going to talk is how the language of the Puranas is so completely misunderstood. It's a misunderstanding of the language of the Puranas because it's a unique language. It's a very unique language. Just as symbolism is a unique language. Symbolism is a very unique language. If you don't know that language and you go by your language and read it, it will be misunderstanding. Because symbolism has its own uniqueness. So to study that language, I need to go through that process only. Similarly, Puranic languages. You follow? I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about that also. Because why I'm going to talk about that also is because of misunderstanding of the language of the Puranas. We have started to think Puranas means imaginary stories. Like Harry Potter. They are not like Harry Potter, Spider-Man, Superman. No. Yeah, there is some Satyam in all that. You follow?
Yes.
Okay. We'll continue tomorrow.